Hey everyone, it's Hamza from the 17 Podcast. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to my man Andres. He made the beat for the intro and the outro. It goes crazy. You can find him on SoundCloud. Thanks, Doc. Hope you guys enjoy the episode.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the 7th Street Podcast. We're here, we're out in the beautiful nature. It's sounding amazing out here, and I'm just so incredibly grateful to be here with the homies. Across from me is, my name's Clark, across from me is my beautiful...
It's Hamza.
To my right is our good friend as well. He's been on the podcast. He's returning for a second time. His name is...
Andres.
Andres is here. And across from me to my right, we have...
Hey, yo. It's Brandon, but right now, recently, I'm going by Makai as of right now.
Whoa. He got an alter ego in this bitch.
Dang.
So, yeah, Brandon, a.k.a. Makai is here. And Kevin is also sitting here with us.
Say hi, Kevin.
Hello.
And he'll be sitting in and making any comments if he so chooses. But, yeah, Brandon, that's the first thing I wanted to ask you, dude, is where did the name come from?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's actually like one of the questions people always be asking, like, bro, where'd you just think of the name?
Yeah.
But
And first of all, you have a new rap project out.
yeah,
What is it called and where can we find it?
Right, it's called The New Kid. It's an EP. Right now, it's just on SoundCloud, but hopefully in the future, I got projects I'll be dropping on multiple just listening platforms.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So where did the name come from then?
Yeah, for sure. The name. So basically, Makai part. That was initially what my mom wanted to name me when I was first born, but my dad was like, nah, we weren't really feeling that one, so he named it with Brandon.
You went with Brandon?
Yeah. So basically, Makai was the name I could have been called if my mom had her way.
Okay.
And then trill is just like a combination of like true and real.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you mix them together. Trill Makai.
Gotcha. There you go, bro. Hell yeah. So how is it being? Have people have hit you up and everything? How have people been receiving the project so far?
Yeah, it's been like surprisingly well. Like people have been like actually like texting me, like hitting me up, and been like just like saying congratulations, just like really around with the project and everything.
Good
And I was
shit,
like,
bro.
yeah, and I was like kind of like I guess surprised because like I thought it was like I'm probably like a really hard critic on my stuff personally.
Yeah.
But just like to hear everyone just rocking with it and stuff is super dope.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I feel that. I think Jesus Christ.
You know, there's an app you can get, and it tells you what planes are where they're going.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
Like when going by.
Yeah, like if you have your location on, it'd be like this plane going over you is going to this place.
Oh,
like,
shit.
A coworker of mine has it.
Does it have like the army planes and stuff?
Yeah,
Whoa, that's kind of
that's crazy.
That's kind of crazy.
I think so.
But yeah, what I was getting at, Brandon, is like, I feel like whenever you make some shit, like especially when we were trying to make this podcast or whatever, I would get in the way of myself so much where I'd be like, no one's gonna fuck with it. Like I have to make it perfect.
For
But
sure.
really, like how it goes is, as you release it, you get feedback, and that's how you make it the thing that you want it to be and what everyone else wants it to be.
For sure. 100%.
So like, I definitely feel what you're saying, and like, it's dope, bro. Like I listen to the project, I really fuck with it.
Oh, for real? Hey, that's what's up.
And you know, I'm just wondering, like, what do you have planned? Because you have plans coming up.
I do.
Right?
I do got some
So
plans.
so we won't go
Bro,
too deep
scheming,
into it, bro. We gotta keep
I'll
it.
give it. I'm not gonna say too much, but I'll see what I can do.
Hell
No,
yeah, bro.
but I mean, yeah, like I said, I just dropped this project maybe like not even a week ago. You go check that out. SoundCloud, trill Makai.
There you
New
go.
PvP. Now it's fire.
Absolutely, and we'll link that in the description and everything, so everyone check that shit out for
Yes,
real.
sir.
It's the new kid.
Definitely,
Yeah.
The
new
new kid.
New on the block, new on the streets.
absolutely.
No, but for, I guess new stuff coming up. My goal, or I guess kind of rough plan I want to do, is I want to release maybe like a single or two every month.
Okay.
Just like stay like consistent, you know, because like nowadays like music, especially music wise, you need like probably like a week or two, there's like the lifespan of like a song.
Bro,
nowadays.
yes.
So you need to like keep people engaged, you know,
For
give them new
sure.
content to look at and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's like my goal personally. But for like an actual project, I think maybe like kind of when school starts to back around, I want to like get my first album out there.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm at as of
think
right now. Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I think that's a good goal to have. If you look at a lot of artists right now, like Fetty Wap, JB Blockboy, like they were hot and then they just weren't,
Yeah.
churning the shit out. And
Exactly.
look
Or
at
you know
them now.
what? It's like with Fetty and Post came out like kind of at the same time, and Post kept evolving, where he could like keep being that pop star, and Fetty just like he kept the same thing.
Yeah,
and then,
oh my God.
and he like never really changed up with it, but Post did, and that's why Post is still hot, and Fetty is like he's
But he
dropped
also
back
took
a
a big
bit.
ass.
Yeah.
He took a big ass break.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
Who
He
did?
like, yeah, he did
Post
take a
did?
No, Fetty Wap.
Yeah, Fetty.
Yeah, Fetty.
Oh, right.
And now,
yeah.
now who's out? Did you say anyone screaming 1738? No.
No,
No.
never, bro.
No, not nowadays.
I haven't heard those. I haven't heard those words in combination
Oh
since
my
like
gosh.
2016.
Yeah, it's been a minute since
That's
I heard
crazy.
those.
And that's why.
Exactly.
Do you have a Glock in your Rari? That's all I want to know.
Ah. Well,
17
thank you
shots?
for asking.
Oh shit.
It's my time to shine.
But yeah, bro. I mean, it's dope, man. And like,
No comment.
I don't know. Speaking of art and like just like culture and shit, I guess. This is really interesting. I went to the Virgil Abloh Museum of Contemporary Art exhibit in Chicago this past weekend, and I just want to bring that up because I thought it was pretty interesting. And basically, what it talked about was like his process on like how he got started, how he created his art, and how he like got into fashion, and then eventually got into all this music and got into art projects, and then he created what was fucking exhibited in Chicago.
Yeah.
And it was super interesting, and it's super weird, and what it brings to mind to me is like all this like high fashion shit, like, and Hamza and I kind of touched on this a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder if you guys want to get into it, but it's like, is this shit even real? Like, what is high fashion? Like, how
I
the
think
fuck does this even happen?
On the topic of Virgil Abloh, I think that whole like air. I'm doing air quotes right now.
yeah.
Air, shoelace. Like I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that is stupid.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm like okay.
Right.
Now I know what it is.
Uh-huh.
Like, but we were talking to Opes was with it. He's like, for Off-White specifically, that's catering to like rich 15-year-olds.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Like, I mean, hey, I'm gonna cater to who I'm gonna get the money from, so that's
100%.
smart,
And then they corporatized it, right? Like it
Yes.
was cool. It was just like the original 10, and then all of a sudden, like they have more and more and more, and then they have like the cheaper versions with like the tags coming out and everything. It's like
Yeah.
you really took, even if it, like Virgil probably went into this and he's like, oh, this is art and shit, but then they corporatized it, and then now it's just like
I'm making money.
now I'm making
Yeah,
money.
exactly.
Now I'm making money
Breaking
off
it
of
in
it,
way.
Right.
and like.
I agree with that. Two things I want to say is the air quotes shit. They did like an interview with him, and they like explained what it actually meant, and he explained what it means to him. It's basically like how it can have like two meanings or some shit. Because he was basically talking about how advertising basically drives like all of society and all of life.
Oh yeah.
So basically what he was doing is he used the air quotes to be like ironic, because like our generation is the generation of like irony or some shit,
okay.
which
Yeah.
I mean like okay.
Yeah.
And then just like to have the double meaning, and some of his like for example, one of his IKEA rugs is like a green rug, and then it says like wet grass or like keep off or something.
No, it is not.
So it's like some fucking weird like ironic. He's trying to just be like some weird like troll.
Yeah, it's a troll.
Oh,
Exactly.
And that's like cool and everything, but
Yeah.
like
I mean, yeah, that's what's like in though for like our generation, like memes and just like trolling.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
What's
Yeah.
also crazy is that, so what you were talking about, the original collection, one of them was actually marketed only on Instagram. So that's how it became like 15-year-old white kids.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so like he had a fucking plan the whole time, and like he really,
yeah, buddy put some thought into that.
that's like that's like one of the only brands that's really like permeated into like the younger generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you have like Gucci and Louis and all this shit, but
And
like,
people are like fuck with it and like that. But then you got like
but not like Off-White at
Yeah.
all.
Oh, yeah.
and then
no.
they have like the Billionaires Boy Club, Antisocial Social
yeah,
Club,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's that
Oh,
whole
yeah.
market. So you got that market for like the older people, like that's like the Gucci, Fendi, Prada, Gucci,
Yeah.
Gucci,
I'd say
Louis,
so,
Louis,
yeah.
Fendi, Fendi,
Yeah,
all that kind of
Prada,
stuff, right?
yeah.
And
That's
then you
all-
got like
that's all
the
I like.
Balenciagas.
all that other stuff for like younger, like because like it's different styles too, like
True.
like yeah, they cater to different generations, and they're providing different styles by doing so. So like if I want to dress older, I know I can go to those ones.
Yeah.
But
That's
if I want to dress like, I guess younger, because now I'm not.
Yeah.
Now I'm not a teenager. I'm 21 now.
Yeah.
But I could if I do that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's pretty.
Yeah, man, I agree. It's weird, but it felt to me so fucking pretentious when I was there.
Dude.
Oh.
Listening
yeah.
to him talk about it, and the thing is, he can afford to be like, oh, I'm a god because he's basically the top of the game right now.
Yeah. His numbers back it up. Yeah.
It's like Kanye, bro.
Yeah,
and him and
But who
Kanye.
fucks with Kanye like Virgil? Right?
Exactly.
Like,
What did Kanye say? That Virgil makes him nervous because he knows that. What is that? He has that dragon energy.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
That dragon energy and fear.
The only reason Virgil came up was because of
Kanye, right?
Yeah,
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And but it was cool to like actually get an idea of how he started. Bro, basically he bought like these thrifted rugby jerseys and he just threw like it says Pyrex 100 or Pyrex 23 on the back. And then he sold them for like 700% of their retail value.
Okay, but that shit works. Nipsey, that's what Nipsey did. He like dropped an EP or whatever, and he was charging $100 per CD. It's like,
And it worked.
That's how it how it does it. That's how you get that like. It's A, notoriety,
crazy.
and
Yeah,
like,
marathon
like,
continues.
You make money. Yeah, the marathon continues. RP Nips, but
Basically.
like, bro, the thing that bothers me the most is Supreme. Like, Dash. It blows my mind, bro. A box logo, $700.
Yeah, that's shit's
A
absolutely
hoodie,
insane.
$1,000 just because they have a box logo on
Bro,
it. Like that, that like higher end fashion.
Those
that
Arabic
streetwear
hoodies
thing,
they got are cold though.
They have cold pieces, bro.
Regardless of
They
everything else,
have-
the hoodies,
They have
the
cold
wires.
pieces.
The Arabic
I
ones.
agree.
Ooh.
Yeah, those Arabic ones are dope.
Bro, low key, I cannot
Arabic
take
box
Supreme
logo.
as serious, bro. Since I saw the Supreme brick, bro.
Oh my
Ever since I saw that, I was like, all right, bro. I don't know what
Bro,
y'all moving
they
on
have
now.
a step ladder, $300.
Like that's.
I know someone who bought one.
It's just
That's
like if I see
crazy.
someone wearing Supreme though, I feel like I already have this preconceived notion of them. That's like it's not positive no more. It's like, are you really spending the money on Supreme, bro?
I'm wearing
Like,
Supreme right now, so sorry.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. It's subtle though. I try to keep it subtle, bro. You
It's
keep
a
it low
subtle
key.
thing.
A low key Supreme fit is nice. It's
definitely not worse.
it's chilling. It's
You know,
chilling.
But you don't have to have like Supreme.
Yeah, don't be
this,
like, hey.
Supreme that. Like,
Got a Supreme backpack with my Supreme brick
Bro,
inside my
y'all watch
backpack.
y'all watch those videos of like how much my outfit is worth? You like the
Oh,
Oh, like,
I
they get
yeah, I
like
know
the-
what
the
you're
Richie
talking
Lee.
about.
Bro,
Richie
there's
Lee
that kid.
videos?
This kid, I would rob his ass. He was like, all right, $300 Armani pants, $150
Hell
off-white
no.
shoes.
Hell
That's whatever, right. He has a $50 anti-social social club shirt. He has like a $30 bomber jacket. That did not go well. $15,000 Hublot.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Like,
bro, you gotta spread out the wealth though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna rock
And I watch
something,
those-
you can't be having a $15,000 watch and then like $300 jeans.
And
Like,
there's,
that just that
there's
shit
this other
just
girl.
does not add
There's this
up.
other girl. She's wearing.
Like, you gotta go all the way with the fit.
Yeah,
man.
facts.
There's this
I
other
think
girl
that- yeah.
who like paid basically like so the two things of wealth were her Cartier earrings and
Yeah.
then her
How subtle were they though?
super subtle. You
Oh,
didn't
right.
notice them.
That's
No,
the beauty
I'm not
right
done
there.
yet.
I
though.
fuck with
And then she
those,
had,
too.
I forget the wrist, but it was
Cartier bangles?
no Hermes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
Hermes.
yeah. But then she wore like a anti-social social club shirt
Oh, no.
and then like a crop top Adidas like sweater
Wow.
under it.
Wow.
And then
Oh,
I
what?
could minus the jewelry, I could dress like her for
Yeah,
$50.
what?
Bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
How
Like,
about the rock this kind
there are a lot
of
of people
jewelry
who are paying, like-
pull up in the
So like, I have a friend who goes to a school. I'm gonna leave the school. I'm not gonna say the name of it, right? But it's a school with a lot of people with money, and he was like, yeah, these people like try to dress poor.
Huh.
Like that's a thing people do.
Yeah.
Like you're attempting to
It's called grunge.
grunge.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Just grunging it out.
I feel that. Interesting, bro. Yeah, so it's super weird, and it felt fucking weird as fuck, and basically like, I don't know. It felt weird to be there, but I was like, cause I went there with my parents, and like
Oh, yeah.
they were like, I don't know. Obviously, they don't really have a huge like idea about the fucking like, fucking enormity of
Yeah,
the
just
brand or whatever,
for sure.
but they found it interesting, and my mom was like, yeah, like it's cool, like you can think like that, but you really cannot let that shit go to your head
Oh,
because
yeah, 100%.
because like in the end it's a fucking like clothing.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
you know,
right.
it's a piece of cloth. And the thing is like kids our age take that shit so
Oh.
seriously, dude.
Yeah, and like yes, like
Dude.
kids our age, kids like
Oh.
under us too take it like even to I feel like even the more higher extreme
Yes.
we even consider to take it.
I think it's younger kids.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
It's always like the younger generation trying to like prove their worth.
Yeah,
kinda,
like,
and like
also,
try
like,
to flex
yeah.
on people and
For
like
sure.
like
That's why
oh I
it's
have
gotten
this
worse.
and I have that. And
Think
Why
like,
back-
it's gotten worse though. It's because the younger the older we get, it's
I
like
feel like
the
materialism
younger-
is becoming more and more of a
True.
thing
So
that,
just-
with each generation.
Right.
Think back to
Pumping
my
out shit.
shoes
Just
thing.
keep
Remember
pumping out shit,
with
so
Anthony?
it's like-
Yes,
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
remember that.
What do y'all think of contemporary art, just in general?
I like it.
You like it? You
It's
big
cool.
fan of like the
Colorful.
Walker?
I love it.
I rock with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
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 Cause like it's just cool to look at in the end.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's going for fucking like 15K, like
Yeah.
50K, and it's like a dot on a fucking
Yeah.
That's my
white
thing with it, yeah.
background.
Like,
Like,
I
Yeah.
can see how you would hate that, but at the same time, it's like
it's an art form. It's a form of
yeah.
expression. At
It's
the
a
end of the day, it's
form
what they
of
want.
expression
Like,
of expression.
But that's the same thing with Virgil's like air quotes
Yes.
shit. Like
Yeah.
it's a
Yes.
form of expression, and like I don't fuck with it personally. I don't fuck with the dot.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like,
but it's making money.
but it is
Yeah.
A, it's making money, and B, it is a form of expression. It's
Yeah,
a form of
exactly.
art, and
It's a
like,
hustle,
there's
it's a
something
hustle.
behind it.
True.
It's a hustle. It's a hustle.
what
But
I
do
what I
feel, oh, go for it.
well, what I heard one time is that the actual amount of money that you can get for it is the art. Like that's the fucking
Okay,
art form is like
okay.
trying to get as much
Okay.
money as you
I
can
see,
for the
so-
stupidest shit.
Got you.
You know what I
so
mean?
the finesse is the art. I
Yeah,
see.
Exactly,
Got you. The art of the
exactly.
I feel like
finesse.
that was
Ah.
shown when like ass pizza was around and shit. Like
And he would basically just
he
fucking
would just draw
piece
little
together
shit
all this
on
stuff.
it, and then he would.
Who?
How much was he
people would
selling
buy
it for?
Ass pizza. This kid named Austin Butts.
This is just.
He
Like
would-
that. Like that just
He
holds
would,
us.
he would draw little images on T-shirts like Sharpie and sell it to kids for like $50 to $100.
Yeah.
And he would just make money
Exactly.
That's crazy.
because people love that little logo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. But what were you saying, Andres?
You forgot.
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You know,
Damn.
if I had to speak on contemporary modern art, for my own opinion, I understand that it's an art form, what they're gonna do. Like I just said, like me personally, I have problems with it because like I've seen some really cool stuff. Like the Walker has some really cool things there, but I
Yeah.
think like if you all have been to the Walker, awesome place if you like that kind of stuff. But like some person, there's a loop on a tube TV.
Yeah.
That was it.
But I mean, that's kind of cold. Like, in a way, like you can
In a
definitely
way,
see.
it looks cool.
Yeah.
Like
It-
if you stare at it long enough, it's just like it becomes cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah,
though
yeah.
It's like
True.
the most simple thing.
At what point do you think people are like trying too hard at that kind of stuff though? Like me, okay, I'm gonna preface with this. Like, I'm a big fan of just like East Asian, like really old stuff. Like that's my shit for sure. But at what point do you think like I didn't wave at them? What point do you think?
I know. I was defending it, dude.
At what point do you think like someone who's putting forth this kind of art is like trying? Like I feel like that's the thing with it. Like you don't want to be super. You don't want to try with it.
Yeah. You want to be like subtle enough
That's
to where
the
people be
thing,
like,
though, they
oh,
don't
that's kind of nice.
try.
But at the same time, it's like, oh,
I
yeah,
feel
that's-
like if
not
you're a
rocking with
real
it.
Right.
artist,
It's
you
just
don't-
natural.
It's just,
Yeah.
it comes natural
Yeah.
to you.
I feel I feel like most artists make what they would want to see or like
Yeah.
listen to or like look at or something
Ideally.
like that. Yeah.
Ideally,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the way. That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
At
I
least.
mean, yeah.
Ideally,
If
I-
you're
yeah.
doing it just for the money, then you'll. That's when it comes. That's when the dumb
Yeah,
shit.
that's
comes
what.
from it.
Yeah,
That's
it's also
when
like, it's also like a lot harder to like look at it just for the money because then you have to kind of change your thinking to conform to like how would the person looking at my art want to view it.
Right.
So then at that point, you're not really becoming
And
your
then-
art. you're making
exactly.
it- yeah.
Exactly. Well, I mean, have you guys seen the new Black Mirror? We talked about this with Anthony.
Which
Have you
episode?
I
Miley?
The Miley
Yep,
Cyrus one.
I've seen that
I
one.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen
bro.
that, but-
That's
yeah.
exactly what that is. It's like she's basically trying to cater, or her manager or whatever is trying to cater towards her demographic who gives her the most money, but she wants to be doing other shit and she fucking hates it.
Oh yeah.
So you're right. Like I feel like, in general, artists are actually trying to make what they want to make. So
Bro, about that episode, people have low-key been saying that that's like a subtle like hint to like her life on like Hannah Montana back in the days
bro,
of her show.
yeah, that's
I've been seeing that. I was like,
bro.
that's-
Olivia said that she was like, that's basically
Who's
fucking
Olivia?
Hannah Montana.
Who's Olivia?
That's my girlfriend.
Hey!
But yeah, she had a good insight.
Bro, this whole like audio clip
Bro,
is just
oh my god,
clipped.
that yeah. I don't know about
Yeah.
that, bro. But
Yeah, I mean, look at Miley said she's put out Ashley O. Y'all see that?
not-
Oh, like the actual like song on YouTube,
Yeah,
like
she's
the
put
official.
out,
Yeah,
she's put out something
that.
in a new persona. I think it's pretty cool.
oh really?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
her like actual music video for the song she did in the Black Mirror episodes, like on YouTube, like the actual music video.
Oh, Ashley
Yeah.
O.
Yeah,
That was
mhm.
that was
Yeah,
the
her
name of
ca-
it.
yeah,
Okay,
mhm.
gotcha. But Andres, you remember what you're gonna say? Do you
Yeah.
have insight?
With the whole like modern art thing and like with the whole modern art thing and like I mean for me like painting and like art, that's not my form of like art that I go to personally, but like I always think of it in the way that it's like, so you're a rapper, right?
Yeah.
So like if you dropped an album and you did some weird shit on it,
Yeah.
it'd be whack, right? Like
Yeah.
nobody would fuck with it.
True.
But if Cudi or Playboy or Kanye came out here and did the same thing that you was doing,
Exactly. No,
it'd be art. It'd be like
feel it, yeah.
experimental. It would be like
Yeah, I feel
at some
that.
point it just be, and that's the same
the
thing
name.
with like designer clothes, like with
Yeah.
designer brands. Like
At some point, it's just the name.
I like.
Yeah.
I walked into a Gucci store and I was like, 90% of this shit is whack. I walked into a
Oh,
Fendi store and it was
probably.
like, 90% of this shit is whack.
Right.
But because it has a name, all of a sudden it's like,
I want it.
it's art and I
Right.
want it because
I'm
it's
gonna go take my
status symbol.
contacts out real
for
quick.
sure.
My eyes are dying.
All right, man.
And it's like, it's same thing like Kanye with Yeezus, like that was some like,
Yeah.
what was that? You know, Kanye with 808s and Heartbreak. That was completely different than the gangster rap and
Oh,
like
yeah.
the big old
Oh,
white
yeah,
tees and the
yeah,
basketball
completely
jerseys.
different.
Yeah.
Like, and for that, like that was all like, that was cool. That was progressive and everything. But if it wasn't Kanye who did that,
Yeah.
nobody would be
No,
listening
for
to
sure.
it.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
like, bro, what is this garbage design?
Like, just
I'm
stop
looking
being
at?
sensitive, bro. Like,
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
with 808s, it was like, stop being sensitive. You know what I'm saying? With Yeezus, it'd be like, why is there no snare in any of these songs? And like,
Yeah. Right.
it's all like electro-based music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like,
Right.
Pablo was just like all over the place.
Oh,
But it's Kanye, so he can do it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
Right.
like, it just becomes a name after a while. Like,
Yeah, bro.
So then how would he get started? So would you say that you might have to start by like trying to do what the people want, and
Nah,
then you can get into what you want,
no,
or
no.
because
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but that's essentially maybe what Kanye had to do to become such a big name, and then he can do whatever the fuck.
Well, I mean, what he's working with Hova, like
That's
he
true.
was working with Jay, he was working with other Chicago
That's
people,
That's true.
like,
And he had talent. He was
and
talented.
he was
fuck.
super talented at producing, cause like who was chopping up soul before Kanye? Like that was his thing.
no.
That was
Right.
that was
He
what
owned
made
that
him.
lane,
That's
yeah.
what made him different than everybody else.
Yeah.
Or maybe it didn't make him different, but he was way better at it.
Yeah, no, back then, yeah, college dropout, what he was doing, bro, all that general.
Yeah.
stuff. He was,
Crazy.
yeah, he was doing his own lane, bro. Yeah,
Agreed.
100%.
Agreed. Yeah, man. Shit, that's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, bro. Names have weight, bro. I swear.
Names
I
do
know.
have weight, and that's the
Names
thing.
have
It's
weight.
like that's why people want to get signed to a label. They don't want to like
That's like.
keep dropping on SoundCloud. They don't want to get signed to a label because labels can promote, or they want to
Mm-hmm.
be
Yeah,
people pay for features because like it's like, oh, Quavo's on my track.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is a good song because Quavo's on it.
yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
the
Like,
only reason.
Right.
like that's what all the features are.
It's like what kind of big celebrity name can I get on this track?
And
to
that's
make it
why
even
J. Cole's
more-
the best
Yeah.
rapper of all time because he went quadruple platinum with no feet. No.
That is cool as fuck,
Yeah.
though.
Double platinum, no features.
Yeah. Bro, J. Cole's always my top 3 rappers,
what's up?
bro. I
Bro,
swear. He'll always be.
Taking your contacts out at the end of like after a big day has to feel as good as taking like a broth at the end of the day. Oh my god.
Okay,
God,
okay.
it's so
wait.
much better.
But like Kanye, right? Like I don't know, man. That's, if you hear that for the first time, you're like, what the fuck
You're like,
is it? But it's Kanye, so like
Is that
I don't know.
Jesus?
I don't see about you, but that's a good album. That was a good album.
it was a good album.
That was a
but-
fantastic album.
Hey, Upsa. Ups is here.
One of the greatest albums ever. How's it going,
It
Upsa?
truly is. So then, what the fuck do we do? Like, how do we get away from like the big ass brand names? How do you like come up as a
that's not even
Support
wrong,
local,
though.
support local brands, man.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Hey, yo, shout out Minneapolis Made, Elena. Bro, she's literally super
Yup,
dope.
shout out
I literally
Elena.
modeled for her like recent, like a month or two
Hey,
ago.
hey,
Bro,
hey.
her shit's super fire, I swear.
Shout out
Yeah.
Elena. Shout out Jenny Zander. She makes some
Yeah.
really good art. Owen Fitzmaurice. He has Fitzmaurice print. My bad.
Gotcha.
Fitzmaurice
Listen.
brand. Fitzmaurice brand.
Yeah, you know, I think there's some, you know, I think the way to get away from that is, you know, look at your community, see.
But how do you
What's
do that as a musician?
Well, so what do you think, Brandon? Because if you're trying to
As a
make if
consumer
you're
or as the musician himself?
as a musician,
As a musician.
how do you come up when there's these fucking huge ass names? Because obviously you need to, and it's a necessary thing. But I think for a lot of people, it's like, I'll never be as big as this, or like, it's too fucking hard to get in the door.
Yeah.
Because
Drake?
everyone knows each other. At the top.
Drake?
Yeah, it's like,
Drake?
what?
It's not the world from beginning
He's like, I need a wind dance. I swear. No,
So,
but
what are
yeah.
what are your
I mean,
thoughts?
yeah, like just so initially the way my first like thought process, like going into even like making my first song was like, I'm not gonna do this with the intent to just like blow up or get clout or like do
Yeah.
anything like that. Cause I genuinely like love music just cause I love music. So it's like, I'm not like the reason I got in this is just cause I like listening to music. I think I was a better dancer than I was a rapper to begin with. I used
Okay.
to love dancing. Like,
Oh, cool.
Like hella.
Dope.
Mr. Future, Chris Brown, but not a...
Yeah, for real. Look out.
Oh,
But not
here
like
we
that.
go.
Get
Not
a
as
music
cute,
video
not as
going
cute,
off. I'm about to
not
go
as cute.
crazy. No, but yeah.
but not like everything about Chris
Well,
Brown.
you know, one of those.
Pick and
Yeah,
choose.
but that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
No, but
Future R. Kelly.
But only a few things.
yeah,
a lot of
a
things.
select few things. Yeah.
Only like basically two things are good about R. Kelly, like his music
He had
and
the song "Bump and Grind." That my mind
Bro.
by some
Ignition
that is,
remix, bro.
Okay.
No,
he
I'm
does
saying
have Ignition remix.
"Bump and Grind" is like
I
a
don't
clear
lie.
sign, like this guy is fucked up.
yeah, yes, I agree.
I don't see nothing wrong. All right, but you're saying as
Oh,
as
yeah,
a musician,
sorry.
you know.
Yeah, as a musician, so like I basically just kind of go in with the intent just like making my own stuff, like stuff I think would be dope and cool to listen to. Cause like I said, like if you just think or you're gonna try and like at the get go to think, oh, I'm about to go pop off, blow up, and get the Drake level and shit like that, it's not gonna happen. Like it's just especially just the way like
Shit, my
social
Instagram
media
link
stuff
is
is
fine.
like set up nowadays and stuff like that. Like so I'm just gonna take it. My thing is just day to day, work
Yeah.
on some stuff if I can, get some stuff out. I'm just keep doing consistency. That's
Right.
probably about the best thing I can do. But yeah, no, I definitely just consistent, like be happy with what you're making. Obviously, I probably won't conform to just like what's popular. I just
Right.
keep making whatever I like making.
Did you how did you like decide to do this rap stuff? Because to be honest, I
Yeah.
never pictured you being a rapper. or
Yeah, and that's
anything like
actually actually another thing people used to tell me. So besides people telling me they rock my music, they said, "Bro, you rap?" Like,
Yeah,
it's kind
right.
of like the thing that caught off guard. I
Exactly.
was like, it makes sense because low key I didn't really think I would just be doing this,
Yeah.
but because actually my first song Miles, which is on the EP, that's like
Mm-hmm.
the first song I did or worked on. And I was just making it just because it was for fun and stuff, and I was just like writing in general, and like I'm really super creative when it comes to like writing stories. I just love doing that in my free time.
Okay, yeah.
So I really rock with that. And when I finished the song and everything, I recorded it and all that stuff. I was kind of just like chilling, content, just have it with myself and just like keep it for myself because
Okay.
it was just kind of like initially started out as like a me thing.
Yeah.
But then I like showed it to two different people or a few different people, my friends and stuff, and they're like, "Bro, why don't you drop this or why don't
Yeah.
you like make a few more or something
Right.
like that." So
Right.
I guess it's like kind of like people around me who I've been talking to and stuff like that that kind of like give me a little push to keep
Right.
making more stuff and like getting it out there and stuff
Right.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because initially I was not planning on dropping like
Yeah.
anything. I was like, this is just for me, like
Right.
yeah, just for me project.
Why do people say like it's just for me? You know, like
Because it is, yo,
Yeah.
Clark. Like
No,
you
no,
know,
no.
you know
No,
what
no.
I do. Like, so I make beats. But
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not
Andres
trying to,
makes
like,
beats too.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
super
Word,
sick.
word.
What's your SoundCloud again, Andres?
I don't even know.
Andres Xavier.
He said
or
it's been a
something?
minute since I logged on.
I'm not trying to like promote or nothing,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like for me, it is literally for me.
Yeah.
Dog. Like I don't. Me showing you or showing Hammy, like there are like probably 12 people who have heard my beats ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Like it's a super
it's
personal thing.
for me,
Yeah.
bro. And like what you said, like it has to be perfect, and I'm my worst own enemy because
Yeah.
like I will never be happy with anything that I make.
I'm the same.
But like, I try and I try and I try, but it is for me at the end of the day. Me like making a beat is like fun. It's A, fun. B,
Yeah.
you problem solve. C, like you just put a lot of effort into it, and at the end of the day, like you feel good about it.
Yeah.
And like it is just for me. Like if I'm like fucking with the heavy
Yeah.
in my own room, like that's like all I need to feel happy.
Yeah,
You know what
okay,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
If,
for
if
sure.
I know that girl. That's funny. But
What up,
like,
girl?
but it is like, yo, I do show my roommates or I do show Hammy, and they're like, oh shit, this is cold, like this goes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it does
Yeah.
make you feel even better.
That's what I'm saying,
But at
yeah.
the end of the day, it's just for me. You know what I'm
big
saying?
facts. Yeah, the minute I'm not happy doing it is the minute I'll stop doing it.
Exactly.
Because like that,
Exactly.
the minute it becomes like a chore, like a thing I have to do, like
Yeah.
dread doing, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But even if it's just for you, why not put it out there and see if people fuck with it too, and maybe like it could become something you do for your life.
And that's what people who like
You
talk
know?
to like convince me to like I guess get the kind of mindset going.
Yeah.
Because
Right,
like maybe
that's what
like
I'm
yeah,
saying.
because like if a few people rock with it, they said maybe like 10 more might rock with it, or maybe like a few more might rock with it and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Right.
But I think it's just initial just like fear of like getting over like what people will think and just like judging your
For
artwork
sure,
for
yeah,
like
for
out in the
sure.
public for everyone just to
For
see
sure.
and kind of
Yeah.
just like judging it in general is probably like the biggest thing.
Right.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
man. I mean, that's how I felt with this shit.
Oh, I totally can
Like-
see that.
Like I've said before, like I've been wanting to do a podcast type thing for like 2 years,
Yeah.
type shit, and I would always like. There was one thing that wasn't right, so I'd be like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna do it."
Yeah.
Take a break for like a year, and then want to do it again, and all this shit. But now, like, I'm realizing the only way that you can feel good about it is if you put it out there and have other people like experience it and understand it and try to like give you feedback.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can do it for you for sure, but it's also really good to really see yourself.
Yeah, and that's what I'm starting to understand. now.
Right,
Like it's
which is
okay to
good.
like get like constructive
Right.
criticism and stuff.
And
like that,
and
yeah.
what I've heard too is like that actually makes you more confident because you actually
Yeah.
realize that no one's gonna like fucking destroy you.
Yeah, it's
Like if someone hates, like you can just say fuck off.
Yeah, it's like
And
alright.
two, if like the more people who like it, the more like, you know, like I said, the more confident you're gonna be to like
exactly.
make it more and like do things that you like more.
That's true. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, so it's good that you're like doing that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like,
big props.
It's like Lil Uzi, Queen of Rap always said. Now I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
I knew what I want.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
How do I feel?
Yeah, bro.
What happened to your phone, dog?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. My phone's
Alright, bro.
like I got like at least 100,000 cracks in my phone.
Jesus Christ,
I had to get
bro.
this fixed. It's bad. It's bad.
All right,
All right.
Andres is leaving. Are you leaving now?
Yeah, I am.
All
It's
right.
a birthday dinner. It's
I
not
have
his
a
birthday,
birthday
though.
dinner.
Happy
Oh,
birthday.
No, not mine.
Oh,
That's for
shit,
my
fault.
friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday to your friend though.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
that's what's
Ashlyn.
up. That's what's up.
Let her know.
Ashlyn.
Shout out to Ashlyn.
Oh, she's an artist too. Shout out Ashlyn Babe.
Hey, yo, shout out Ashlyn.
Is she on SoundCloud?
Visual artist.
She's a visual artist. Yeah.
Ah,
she's
very cool.
Too good with them, man.
Yeah, she does draw really well.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
But yeah. So,
I'll see y'all later.
Alright.
All right,
See you,
brother.
Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you.
hey, say that, bro. Let me know what you doing later.
All right.
It's cool. It's cool if you're busy though.
Hey.
Hey, gone by the weekend. I'm telling you, bro.
So our next topic
Oh
is,
man.
Classical conditioning. What do y'all think of that?
bro, it's true.
It
So
is true. It's a real thing.
So I had a friend who basically every time, so he basically would listen to music every time he had sex, right?
Mhm.
And he would listen to like some R&B type shit.
Yeah.
And then one day he like did that without music, and he like couldn't get it up.
Couldn't get it. I know.
But then when he did, he could again
Yeah.
when he listened to music. Like, isn't that shit crazy?
It
Like that's
actually
it's
is.
classical conditioning, bro, and it's
Yeah.
a real fucking thing. So if anyone's struggling with that, maybe you're just
So
fucking
classical conditioning. Basically, it means you pair an unconditioned response to a conditioned stimulus. So basically, like, let's say I'm hungry. Like, I see meat, I salivate, right?
Yes.
That's good.
Someone rings a bell and shows me meat, so I salivate every time someone rings a bell and shows me meat.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that every time a bell is rung, I'm gonna see meat. If I'm like stupid.
Yeah.
Or you're a dog,
Or
which
yeah,
was the
or yeah,
original
or-
fucking
yeah,
bit.
yeah. So that means after some certain amount of time, you ring the bell, I start to salivate. That's what classical conditioning is. So or operant? No, that's something different. But basically,
Yeah.
that's what it is. And people have that. I remember when I was I was a tech intern one summer. Fun fact. This is
Oh,
summer after 8th grade.
Oh wow.
really?
Yeah.
Tech
I don't
intern?
put it on my resume.
Whoa.
Where at?
Damn.
McGeezy.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah, it's like a media thing. I don't know.
Okay.
I was doing like Photoshop work, helping with commercials for like certain companies,
word.
stuff like that.
Cool.
It's a lot cooler. It's not as nice. Anyway,
I found that with a lot of jobs, all of it sounds way cooler than it is.
Yeah. Basically,
You know?
for sure.
I was,
I was like,
making,
yeah.
I was making spoof commercials basically.
Okay.
Okay,
But-
but that's cool.
Yeah, I
though.
mean that's not terrible. I've definitely heard people do worse.
But-
besides that.
yeah, for sure.
So every single day on my lunch break was at the same time. It was like 10 a.m. or 11.
Your lunch
yeah.
break was at 10 a.m.
11 a.m. 11 a.m. Something like that.
Yeah,
I
you
would
eating
go
breakfast.
across the
Yeah,
street.
right.
I started at like 8 though. I would go
Oh,
across
okay,
the street and grab one of those Arnie Palmer Arizonas. Pure
Fire.
heat.
Fire.
And then Ramadan came around after like a couple weeks. So I'm like, okay, I'm fasting now.
Yeah.
And shit, 11 a.m. come by and I'm just craving it
Oh.
so much. It took me so. It
That's
took me like
rough. Oh,
three.
yeah,
Actually,
that's
took me
rough.
like 3 weeks to like stop craving it. But
Yeah.
that's an example
Interesting.
of classical conditioning in action. But yeah, so like that's I feel like it's a real thing. Like if you become dependent on like, oh, I need this to get in the groove. Like you're gonna need it to get in the groove.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for
Like,
real.
For sure.
So yeah, so what I suggested to this friend is stop listening to music. Go through the awkwardness, and it'll probably come back because there's a period called extinction
Yep.
when like if you just don't have the conditioned stimuli, then it goes away.
Yeah.
And like you
Yep.
go back.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
normal
Just go
type
back.
shit.
Yeah, back to your normal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
Shit, bro.
Bro, I know it's 100%.
But I thought I'd
yeah.
bring that up because that was
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
funny.
exactly. Yeah.
we obviously won't name names, but
Oh.
but
yeah, this friend of ours. It's a big deal. Like
it's a big problem. I feel like
It
it's a bigger problem than people think. Dysfunction.
I've never had to like deal with like that.
Me neither. No.
Yeah, luckily
I guess
not.
I was like really not. I think my only time ever was like I was really not feeling it.
Right.
Yeah.
But let's stop talking about this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. But actually, what I wanted to talk to you about Brandon
Yeah.
is that's cool as fuck that you started out writing stuff,
Yeah.
which is good because like, bro, all this like fucking like
Yeah.
mumble rap,
Oh.
like it's so
Yeah.
weird,
I'm-
dude.
yeah.
And like, it's good because there are people who do it, but the shit that's popular is all the mumble stuff,
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
and I think it's kind of gonna be on its way out at some
That's
point.
what I'm thinking too.
So
Bro. Like,
People like sounds, bro. Like
yeah.
it's
is-
all about it's audibly nice to hear. Like
Mhm.
if I want lyrics, I'm gonna go to a lyricist. Like we got J. Cole, we
Yeah.
got
Kendrick,
I don't like Kendrick, but we got Kendrick.
I love Kendrick.
You don't
I
like
love
Kendrick?
No, okay.
Wait.
No, so-
You can't
so-
just drop that statement.
All right, so
I
for
agree.
me, I think I've said this before. For me, it's not. He's a good artist. He's a good,
Okay.
I don't like the sound of his voice, so I don't want to
Oh,
listen to
interesting.
it. So that's me and Kendrick. Like I don't like, especially when he
Okay.
goes like that. And he's like, where's like,
Bro,
like,
that's the coldest shit because
Yeah.
because that's a character. That's
It is a
that's like
character, it is a
Lucy
character.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
Super
yeah.
Baby
That's fine.
Carti.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
basically Carti.
Okay. Real question though. Would you rather listen? I did a Twitter poll about this. Would you rather listen to Baby Carti or Cudi humming?
Oh, Cudi humming for sure.
Yeah.
Cudi humming.
Yeah.
They have like
Always.
Yeah.
YouTube videos. It's like 10 hours of like Cudi humming to like storm sounds.
Oh
or
my gosh! I was
something.
gonna say, have you heard like Cudi humming to, like over like a rainstorm or something?
Yeah,
bro?
yeah,
It's the
exactly.
most. I literally in my bed just like I'm about to fall
That's
asleep in
zen.
2 seconds, boy. I swear.
That's zen.
It's
That is
beautiful.
so nice.
You'd rather listen to
No, I Cudi humming. I'm it's just like people really like is like my Johnny, like they like that.
Johnny K.
I'm gonna be Cardi.
Bro,
Barbie.
I actually watched a video this morning about fucking baby voice Cardi, and it was like a linguist like broke down his shit.
Oh, get
And
outta
first of all, I was like, okay, I think you're reading into it a little too deep.
Oh, 100%. They're probably
And-
overanalyzing the hell out of it.
But also they were like, you know, he recognizes like the new shit, like he's on another level, like he's trying to like have these, I forgot what it was called, it was like conjuncted like consonants.
Oh wow, they're trying to get deep in
They're
it.
trying to get super technical, and they're like fucking
A lot of glottal there's a lack of glottal stops in what he's saying.
glottal stops.
That's like butter. You know, like that pause.
butter.
Yeah. Fun fact. That's what my name mean. My name in Arabic it means glottal. Literally is glottal stop.
Glottal stop.
My name, the character in the Arabic alphabet, Hamza. It's a character, and that's what that character is. It's like an accent.
Oh.
So you're like a.
My name means like steadfast, strong, like that. Like that's what my name means, but that's another thing about my name.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, because
interesting.
he kind of just like mashes it together like baby
Yeah.
food.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
Baby Cardi.
Yeah.
It's
It's just
fucking
a bunch of
crazy.
shit there.
But people are like, bro, people literally say, like, you see comments on, like, his snippets or whatever on YouTube, and they're like, Cardi's on another level. Like, no one can top him. No one can understand. He's like, only a few people can truly understand, like,
Yeah.
the transcendence of his music.
Oh,
I'm
those-
like,
yeah, those are
I'm
like
like,
that,
what
yeah.
the
Y'all
fuck
see
are
that
you
video?
talking
He's
about?
like, I thought they was on the level that, like, they weren't on the level that I thought they. Have you seen that video? Like,
Oh, I think I know what you're
like-
talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, I
there's
think
a
it's
video
Wait,
of him trying to
wait,
be
explain that.
there's like a video of him trying to be like deep and existential, and then someone took it and then and played that, and someone's like, "Shut the fuck up!" And they go, like, drop another album. Fuck that knowledge shit.
Wait, who was saying that? Cardi was trying to
No,
explain this shit?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I can probably find it eventually.
Oh my god, dude.
That's too funny.
But you know, I think, like I said, people care about it's about sounds. Like me and it's me and Kendrick. Like I don't like the sound of his voice. Like he
Yeah.
could be the greatest rapper in the world, but if I don't like the sound of his voice, it's not gonna happen. You know?
That's
True.
true. Yeah, voice, beat. That those like for sure. Those two things are up
Bro, I
there,
feel like
especially for the like,
Voice is
yeah.
voice. Okay, I will say that about Kendrick. I fuck with his verse, his feature on Sidewalks by The Weeknd. That was good. And I like the song Watch Out For You Talk. Really good album. Fun fact, you know that video of Izzy like when she's trying to like mumble shit.
No.
Mm.
Oh, Izzy Azalea.
Iggy, yeah.
Oh,
Iggy.
Iggy. Oh, okay,
Iggy. Sorry,
okay,
Iggy,
gotcha,
Iggy.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
okay.
about? She's was stealing lines from Watch Out For Detox.
Oh, really?
Did she really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
I look, didn't pay attention.
Bro,
But-
she stole fucking everything
Bro,
from
she's-
like.
She has a sex tape. She has a sex tape out.
It's fake.
It's fake.
Someone with a fake tattoo.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that butt's too small.
I analyze it very
Eh,
closely.
regardless.
She has nudes out too.
Here's her just like, we're gonna find this tonight,
Those
boys.
those are just like a magazine shoot though.
Yeah, her titty,
Yeah,
her
that's
boobs
true.
are out.
Yeah, no disrespect.
Oh, no.
but moving on.
Uh,
Moving
Definitely
on,
not.
Carter. Moving on.
moving on.
Besides music, what do you do? Like in your free time?
In my free time,
Yeah.
besides music, honestly,
Do you like video games?
oh yeah, big gamer.
What you
Huge
been on?
gamer.
He's a gamer. Boy.
Overwatch.
Oh, what? I do have that. I played that. I haven't
Yeah,
played it
on console.
recently, but I got Xbox One.
Yes, sir. Me
Yes,
too.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Xbox One.
PS4.
Yeah, I got PS4.
PS4.
Wow.
Damn.
It's supreme.
Have you played the new
It's-
Spider-Man game?
Yeah, I had it. I lent to my siblings.
so
I
bad.
love, bro. That
I
shit's
wanna
so
play it
Bro,
cold.
it's
bad.
so fun. You should have. I had it for like months, bro. Vaughn was playing it. You should have played it.
I should play it.
I
Do
never
you
got
not
my
have?
hands on it
It's
yet.
at my mom's house. I can grab it.
Bad.
I've always wanted to play it, but I've never
But
got my hands on it.
I'm a big like fantasy RPG.
Oh,
so, like
yep. Here's Sam.
Witcher,
Skyrim.
I had.
Yeah,
you saw it when
big
you walked in. I
facts.
was playing Elder Scrolls
Yep,
Online.
I used to have that, bro. Yeah, big facts.
Are they coming out with a Skyrim soon?
Yeah, Skyrim's is
or a
it-
new
Elder
one?
Scrolls
Whatever.
6.
Yeah,
Elder
I forgot
Scrolls
what it's
6,
called. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6.
Because
Okay,
Skyrim is
bet.
Elder Scrolls 5.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Morrowhead is
so
4.
amped for
Yeah.
that. It's gonna be
I-
insane.
You got it. It's gonna be on the
crazy.
next gen console, I bet though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's like the Xbox. 2? No.
Scarlet or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
project?
I think it's Xbox Scarlet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it gonna
yeah.
be red? It shouldn't be red. It should say.
That's what
black.
initially when I first saw it on popped in my head. I literally just like on a red Xbox when it said Scarlet.
No,
That's literally what I thought.
Yeah, me too.
But no, I guess it can be anything.
They release a fucking new console every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But,
It's crazy.
That's me. Like, have you played Shadow of War?
Oh, yeah, Middle of Earth with the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played
That
that.
game
That's
is
fun.
wow. Like
Fire.
Shadow of Mordor was alright. Like I didn't like. There's a lot of repetition with it, so I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah.
Shadow of War is in my top 6.
Merch.
For sure.
Yeah.
Bro, like their enemy
I
like
think that game.
system programming, how like
The
they
Nemesis,
like, Nemesis the system, whatever it is. Yeah, it's actually insane. Like people will
good.
remember you
Yep.
if you come back and like
that's right.
yeah, so like you come back, you didn't kill this buddy, you go try to like come back later and go back again, try to kill him again.
Right,
He'll
right.
like, oh, he's like a little
Yeah,
Slayer back or
that
something. I
shit's
was like-
cold,
I was like,
yes.
bro, he remembers you.
Yep,
That's kind of
yep,
lies.
there's
Yes.
that,
That's kind of
and then
like
you
a
can,
murder. Yeah.
and then you can send death threats,
Yeah.
which so when you kill like a enemy captain in the game, they drop something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you send a death threat, it will level them up, which means the gear they drop is gonna be better.
Oh.
So you only can do
Oh,
it
yeah.
once though, to
Cool.
like to a person once.
Very cool.
So you can do that, and then you can also. I was explaining this to I don't know, one of my coworkers today. You can there's something in the game. So Lord of the Rings is some lore. Celebrimbor is the man who made the rings, right? The One Ring and the Power Rings, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So he makes a new one in this game, and it's special by that it wasn't tainted by Sauron, who was like the overall enemy.
Yeah, big
whatever.
bad. Yeah.
Yep. So this new ring has the power to dominate. So let's say I was fighting an enemy captain. He's a tough guy, right? And I beat him up. I could I could hold O. Or what's the button right
It would
here?
be
B.
That'd be
right?
B,
yeah.
Right. and then you have them, and then you can dominate them. You can shame them. You can drive them insane or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So if you dominate them, that actually turns, unless they have some certain thing, which ways you have to drive them insane, then do it. But you can turn them over to your side.
Yeah, you like build
So,
up your
like,
army and everything. So
I
it's
mean, my
like-
army,
yeah.
like you
the
get a
finesse.
bodyguard too. My bodyguard's A1. He's like
Yeah.
level 60. He's a dark. You guys don't understand what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
bro. It gets like crazy. Like game, you can like have like a whole
It's
like 10
super-
dudes rock up in this like enemy base, walk in there with
Yeah.
your army behind your back, and just be like,
Bro.
going crazy, just like in their own base, taking it over. It's actually.
Bro,
insane.
that like games today are getting so fucking good and realistic
Yes.
and fucking crazy.
It's insane.
the first Black Mirror episode is
Yep.
basically
Oh,
about that of
yeah.
the new season.
That could
Bro,
easily.
that shit was sus. Like
Yeah.
it was really interesting
was-
though.
yeah.
While I was watching it, I was like, I think this will be the future.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not even
100%.
kidding.
Easily.
Like
Easily.
don't you think that so
Like imagine playing GTA with in virtual reality.
in
Oh,
VR,
that'd be-
bro.
And going to the
my
goddamn strip club.
Dude.
A big
But the
facts.
thing is people would be
Big
in there
facts.
and doing it all day.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
yeah.
it's gonna be I honestly think at some point, bro, it's gonna be like people spend more time in virtual reality
yeah.
than in the real world.
yeah. Virtual reality will soon enough be our reality.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
Augmented
for sure.
reality's on the come up.
Oh, 100%, bro. Have you seen like Japan, just like what they've been just like, because they're obviously like the leaders of just like technological video
Yeah,
game
Japan and
advancements.
Korea,
yeah.
yeah.
What are they on?
Bro, I just like little things I've seen, like they're like VR, just headsets in general are just like on a whole nother level than like what we have here. Basically, it's like I didn't even know how to. I said just look up a video of just like
Bro, I feel like it's gonna reach
I
a
didn't know
point
that
where
it's
like
actually insane. Like, oh my
you can
god.
That's
you
crazy.
get this room, right? And you remember how PlayStation had that TV? Where
Oh,
you could get
okay.
the glasses. Like
Yeah.
you're in this room and you put these glasses on it, and then it turns into like like that. So you're actually like playing in it.
Right.
Have y'all seen this movie? It's Gerard Butler. It's about gaming.
Ready Player One.
No.
Okay, no.
I thought about
So
that
this
one.
movie, right? So basically, it's like a virtual reality. Like you sync your body with your character, so you're
Oh.
moving, right?
I think I've heard of that.
Spy
Yeah.
Kids.
No.
3.
And-
Fire
and,
movie.
and you're going around and like doing stuff, right? But no one knows this except for the people that you're controlling are actually criminals.
Oh, this sounds
Whoa.
So like
familiar.
you're making criminals like
this.
I'm gonna look up
Wait,
the name.
what? Wait, so you basically, so you're controlling a real person?
Yeah. So like I think,
Yeah,
you go into
and,
a virtual
like-
reality, but then the person you're playing as is like actual like a
It's
in
a
the
real
mo-
person, but
yeah,
a criminal.
Yeah, basically.
Whoa, what?
I feel like I've heard like the gist of that somewhere before.
That
remember.
that sounds like a fucking Black
Yeah.
Mirror episode, bro.
Yeah, it honestly does. Shit.
It's called Gamer. It came out in 09.
Gamer.
In the
Okay.
first like 5 minutes, you see these twins like take it naked, and
Oh, whoa.
it's yeah, that's the one thing I remember. That I was like,
I said that's the one.
I was
thing.
like, okay, I was like,
What
I was
opening
like
scene was
13.
fire.
I was like,
Basically that
thir-
new episode
I was like,
fire.
I was like 13, 14 when I watched it.
Yeah.
In my defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, and then in the movie, like, someone like gets an illegal because like you hack the game, like, and it lets you communicate, like it gives sentience to the criminal. You can't control, they can't move, but you can talk.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's kind of like this, like dismantling, like the order and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That's like a cool, like, I could like, I mean, in some somewhat dystopian future, like I feel like it is not like an impossible future for that to happen.
Right.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. I feel like any technological like advancement we may have in the future, it'll definitely be.
Because
Like,
people
yeah.
hate criminals.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Like-
people do not like a bad guy.
Yeah.
People are willing to put them through anything.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
For sure.
And on a side thing about that, so one of my friends, he lives in a different neighborhood in Minneapolis, right? A sex offender just moved in.
Ooh.
All right, so let's say okay, I don't want to get into details about this guy. Basically, child rapist. I mean, that's what he is, right?
Shit, bro.
He was gone for a while, like a decent amount of time, though.
Better be the fucking rest of his life.
All right,
Yeah.
but he's out.
Seriously.
I mean, he's out, right?
How long is that sentence? Like
Yeah.
fucking 40,
I think
30
he got.
years?
I think he got like 8.
No.
Jesus.
That-
So not that
bro.
long of a time.
Same.
But like okay,
Should be
think about
longer.
ideally the
Uh,
purpose of a prison is to
honestly.
what? Rehabilitate someone so they can function in society.
Well,
normally
yeah, that's
without being.
ideally, but
All right,
realistically,
but
it's not
but that
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
work. Not I'm saying for certain it's a case
Yeah,
by case
yeah,
thing,
for some
right?
people, yeah.
So let's say this guy comes out, you don't even know him. Maybe it worked. What would you do? Like my friend is gonna like make him feel unwelcome and leave.
But then he goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, he has to kind of wear that though now, cause like he's
Really?
now he's like a sexual predator. Like that's he has to like live with that.
But would
like,
you do
yeah.
that? Would you do that?
Like,
would
oh,
you
it's
make
like-
this guy feel unwelcome and so he would leave? Or would you like see if he's actually rehabilitated? Because this is in an area where there are no schools. There are no schools.
There's no schools, there's no kids.
No.
I feel like there's just no excuse for that, dude.
I mean,
there's no-
I mean,
yeah.
no. There's no excuse for what he did. I'm just saying that. Would you give
and
him a
there's-
chance?
I just don't feel like that's not even like a.
Not even a
Not-
question.
not
You
even
just
a
like,
question.
It's
fuck
a
this
non
nigga.
it's a
If
non-option.
honestly now, if I were like actually like, I feel like it would not be like friendly towards the dude.
I mean,
like,
not gonna be friendly
no,
towards him, but
like-
would you try to drive him away?
It's
I would
that's
throw
so
him out.
hard, bro.
See, like driving away,
Kevin's
like
like,
driving something like
fuck this thing, I'm gonna kill him.
I would just throw him out.
It's like, God, I'm about to pull it out. Where's my Glock and my Rari?
Bro, I don't know, man. That's so hard because they get out.
Yeah.
You can do some horrible shit and you can go to prison, but then you get out and you have to go back into society.
It's true.
So it's either you trust the the prison system or you like don't. And honestly, like the current shit, you can't really like trust the prison system right now.
Yeah.
You know, like you're gonna place your trust in this organization that basically fucking oppresses people
That's what I'm saying.
to fully like rehabilitate this person.
I don't. Yeah,
You know?
I agree. I don't really trust like our jail systems. Honestly,
I don't.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
like,
don't.
for what they're supposed to be saying they're doing to like for our
Right.
criminals like rehabilitation, which I don't
Right.
believe they're doing at all. Or they
Right.
could do a lot better if they wanted to.
Do you think that the purpose of jail should be to rehabilitate someone, or should it be?
I do believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, I do believe. If anything, rehabilitation should be like definitely like something they should be like an option for them.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Right.
So
100%.
these are the potential purposes for a prison in my head, in my opinion. So first of all, it could be just punishment, like you're
Yeah.
punishing someone.
Yeah.
Second of all, it can be like just separating them, like people who are bad from other people, like permanently or whatever.
Yeah.
Third, it could be like to actually rehabilitate or whatever. Or four, it's just like, and this is like in a small, like private, like it's a profit thing. You know, you're just fucking people over to make a profit.
Yeah, more people in the
I
jail.
think
You know.
The way our
that's
private
increasing,
prisons, I had to do a project on this. our private prison system is. So we pay, as in like the government and taxpayers, we pay per cell. The price you pay for a used cell versus an unused cell is different. You pay more for an unused cell, so that incentivizes longer sentencing and more prisons and like more imprisonment.
Wait, you pay more for an unused?
Yeah, they charge more.
So
that, I'm assuming that they take more out of what your taxes if there's. Like,
I mean, they charge the government more, right? And then
Gotcha.
yeah. That's how that works.
So you want more people in because the government pays less.
The stigma is because you pay less.
Like I think
overall,
for a prison system to actually be for reform, you have to eliminate the profit, because they're profiting on other people's, screw ups, which is whatever. But they boast high remission or whatever rates.
Remission meaning
they'll come back. Yeah.
Huh.
Like I something I forget. I did this years ago. They boast like 40%.
40% remission.
Like
40% of our dudes come back.
You're not doing your job.
Come on back.
You're not doing your job. Like, and that's I feel like a lot of, and there's like the whole like school to jail stuff. I feel like we're not equipping younger generations and younger people with the ability, to like not. I mean, people fuck up and do stuff, whatever. But like, I feel like school systems are, in a way, this is my own conspiracy, starting to reflect that a little bit. Because like.
So you're saying
I feel like school is something that helps teach people. It's an institution for learning. I think that's supposed to teach people how to function well.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's not, because like how many people do we know like where they just gave up on them? I have a friend. I used to wrestle with him in high school. His name's, I'm gonna leave his name out.
Yep.
He was in prison. He went to prison for like 3 years. He was a good guy. It's just like he had certain tendencies, just like outbursts and stuff, and that was and I'd seen in school. And if that's where I spend 7 to 8 hours of my day, that's somewhere I should learn how to handle myself. And if you look at small like Baltimore school system, where this is actually a problem, like they're switching up. Detention's not a thing anymore. Because what does detention teach you? Don't get caught.
Basically,
Right.
try harder
rather
than
than
next
that,
time.
it's teaching reflection and they're doing yoga and that kind of stuff to help because outbursts when you're as a younger child, that there's a reason behind the outburst. There's something happening.
Usually,
and
usually
giving giving them some kind of outlet for the outburst in a constructive manner, or helping them work through it. Because I mean, and the people there's I'm not saying they're psychologists. I mean, they're school counselors and all that kind of stuff. But like they're helping them work. Like, what happened? He made me mad. Why did he make you mad? He did this to me. Like, okay, how rationalize? Helping them rationalize why they're doing what they're doing.
Right.
And I think that's something that should be applied to the whole school system in the country, as well as like taken into the jail system as well.
Dude, and along with that too, it's like the other thing is I was talking about this at work the other day, and I was like, damn, like recesses are like so short now. Like when recess like got so much shorter when I was in school, and then you think like recess is not existent in school. Like kids actually don't have recess now.
No, not at all. But majority of places nowadays it's like a rare thing. It's like recess. Like
where are they gonna put that?
Weird.
How are you gonna expect a child to sit 8
That's
hours?
what I'm saying. Like recess, like the one time where I was like, all right, I'm about to go crazy, run it out for a little bit, 30, 35 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, it was
you get
nice.
fucked up.
Yeah, bro.
I remember when I was
coming in drenched. Just
when I was in
head to
first
toe,
grade, I
ran
just
5 miles.
I'd just run laps. When I was in first grade, I would just run laps around the playground.
He said, I'm about to get my next 30 minutes in, boy.
I'm already on the track team.
Yeah, bro. He found his calling early.
Exactly.
Nah,
That's crazy.
After first grade, I stopped doing that. Unless I was cold, like in the fall, late fall and stuff. I got cold, I would run around a bit because that warmed me up.
Bro, kids would get fucked up on the playground.
Recess
Bro,
was a
fucking
lie,
bro, remember?
Bro, we would play fucking like basically tackle football
Yes, bro,
on the fucking blacktop on concrete.
Yeah.
All right, this is Jim. Y'all remember Antoine?
Yes.
All right, so funny. He's a funny guy.
I love him, bro.
We were in gym class. This is my senior year. We're playing soccer or like flag football. This nigga goes up and clotheslines a girl. bro, and he hit her hard. You know what the crazy thing was? She got right back up and slapped his ass.
Yeah,
like
bro,
she was about to fight, but he's like, oh, bro, I'm so sorry, blah blah blah. And 10 minutes later, he's like, bro, I cracked him. But
So,
dude, yeah.
do you think kids are getting softer? I think yes.
Oh yeah, for sure. I actually now nothing. But I think kids are getting pretty.
Yes,
Yeah, they're
yes.
getting. Yeah.
Because like you think, oh,
Whoa.
thanks, buddy boy.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. But yeah, I feel like kids are getting soft, bro.
Yeah,
and
bro.
like and it's a really interesting concept because I forgot exactly what it's called.
Explain.
But basically what it is so there's these certain trends that happen within society that we see repeating themselves over and over throughout centuries or throughout decades. And so what happens is you have a generation of hardened ass dudes who like go through some war, a generation of war, who go through some horrible shit, and they go through that. So it's called like hard men, and then it creates like.
They're hard.
Yeah.
So so basically they're like these tough ass dudes, and they don't want their kids to go through that.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're gonna try to.
Passes.
Fuck, I forgot the cycle, but it's super interesting. But it's basically like you have like hardship, and then you have like a period of rebuilding. So every dude is like, oh, we're gonna rebuild the country. We're gonna fucking patriotism. Like I love my country. I'm gonna provide for my country. We're all a community. We're all together rebuilding.
Yeah.
And then you reach that point, and you're like, okay, this is so good. Whatever the fuck. And then people start to retreat within themselves because everything's perfect.
Yeah.
So you find all the little minute problems that are within the society. And then when that happens, everyone just like becomes soft.
Yeah.
Because then everyone wants to criticize every little single thing. And that's what you see in a way. Some people might say nowadays people are trying to nitpick at every little negative thing that's going on. Even though some of them for sure are granted, but a lot of them personally I think are not.
Yeah.
So.
I wouldn't call it like fine tuning or anything. Like I agree with like that's like a thing. Like shit, if I was born like in a war, bro, my ass would get killed so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
I drop me in, I'm over. I'm done.
Yep.
I'm hiding in the trenches. I'm not coming out.
Yep. But
Right.
I think rather than becoming softer, I will say it's more. Oh, that's cool. It's rather than being softer, it's more like lower tolerance for certain things.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
feel like
Think about it,
go
like
ahead.
someone calling like.
I have it, by the way. So this is the cycle. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Like that quote is fucking powerful, bro.
Yeah.
Because you see that, because
And honestly, yeah, it kind of like encapsulates like the perfect like timeline of like
And-
what it's been and like to like almost,
yes,
like now.
and that's just and that cycle has happened like throughout human history. It's fucking crazy, bro. Like, and that's where we're at, dude.
Yeah.
To be honest, like it makes.
Oh shit! Bleep that out. But what I'm getting at is that I think it's more of like people are like with like the hard times and all that stuff. Like there are more important things to focus on. Like there's a war, there's this, there's that, there's more, and then once you're done, you can start looking at the society as itself. And rather than saying like sensitive, I think it's like a lower tolerance, like no tolerance, because like go back, whatever, like people, it's not cool to say retard anymore, like like it's not cool to call people retarded. It's not cool to call someone like a fag or anything like that. It's but I think people are like, oh, you're so soft now. You're so like, no, you're understanding the fact, you're recognizing that we let this stuff slide, and now we're in a position where we don't need to focus on something else, so we should take our attention to what's happening, and here.
Another thing too is that people are getting smarter.
Oh, true.
Which I'm
100%.
gonna, I guess I can kind of push back against my own point. It's like, I mean, like, hella kids are getting out of football. Like football across the country, like no one is really playing football
I've
anymore.
heard that. Yeah, it's like
and it's like, okay, that's fucking smart, because there's bro, I heard this sad thing on a podcast they were talking about CTE and all this shit. There was a kid who he played football and he got like 2 concussions when he was like really young, and
Yeah,
he
it's
ended
easy.
up like, bro. Eventually, he took his own life at like 10 years old.
Oh,
Because like, and it's like you have to. That has to be attributed in some way to the horrible brain injury.
Oh,
that he had.
100%. At least if anything.
So it's like
yeah.
we're getting smarter because a lot of kids are trying to avoid that. But you lose something with that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It might be the trade-off is probably in the positive direction, but you're still losing something.
Yeah, for sure. But piggyback what you just said, I literally have like, I won't say his name or anything, but another one of my friends, he was playing football at the same high school, and just a game, it was just a free thing. He had I think he caught the ball, quarterback passing the ball, but he caught a dude, defender, like just straight up. Yeah,
Just like blindside.
Cracked
Yeah,
him.
one of those hits.
Yeah, but he went down. Dude, I've known this guy since like probably elementary school. I went to go visit him. He didn't remember me.
Really?
He I guess like he remembered like not like barely like some bits and pieces. Like he kind of knew who I looked like, but he was like very like kind of like abrasive. Like he wasn't like how you usually how you greet someone if you know someone basically.
Right,
Like, yeah.
right.
And it was just like, man, this
I
this
mean, we
is
all know
crazy.
people like that.
Wow.
So like,
Yeah.
off the top, like on soccer, for an example. So we all know, bleep this out. We all know, right?
Yeah.
Do y'all know him before he got that really big hit?
I don't.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I
Him
did.
then
But I heard.
and him after, they're different. That's a different person. I mean,
I've heard
same,
that.
but it's,
Yeah.
he's different. You know,
What happened to him?
he got hit hard
When?
playing soccer. I don't remember when, but he got like a really bad concussion,
Ooh.
and he's been different ever since.
Yeah, bro.
I
That,
feel like he has, because he always was an
He's
asshole.
spacey. He's spacey
He's
now.
always been someone that's just like, he's kind of cocky, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. Like that shit's real, bro. I swear.
What up?
yeah.
Happy birthday, Ashlyn.
Hey, yo.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
That's dangerous, dude.
Yeah, what are you doing, bro?
Hey,
Where
he's
y'all going?
living life, baby.
Bro, where y'all going? All right.
I did.
They're
He sent
coming
me a
here, I
text.
guess.
Oh, I guess it's the party.
I guess so. People are pulling up.
Oh, he left his keys here.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
shit.
literally on the street. Yeah.
But
No, that's his.
so yeah, are kids getting softer, bro? Do you think so? But are they getting softer, or are people just getting smarter?
I think.
Little, you know, I don't want to say people aren't getting softer,
Yeah.
but I don't want to say people are. And I don't want to say people getting smarter. Like, okay, explain the smarter. Explain that to me.
Well, I guess the only example I have is fucking football. Like, it's smart. I think.
Oh,
It's
people are
smart.
learning. I think people are learning the consequences of certain actions because we have time to learn.
Right.
Like, how many football players do you know who like developed CTE and then killed themselves, but left their head fine so people could study CTE?
I don't
That's a
know.
that's a thing. That's a thing.
Is that really?
That's actually a thing. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Whoa. Wow. I didn't.
Like older dudes or something.
Yeah, because think
Bro,
about it.
that's
Okay, it's
so
not that
fucked
people
up,
are getting
dude.
smart. They like I watched a ton of interviews with these like older like I don't know names. I hate sports, but like older football players who are like, yeah, you know, someone told me the consequences of these actions, I would have taken them. People were knowingly withholding this information from us because they didn't want us to know it. And look at helmets back then. Come on, like the pig skin, like the whatever, like.
Yeah. It's basically like no. It's basically like.
And
rugby,
there was
rugby, no
research
padding.
showing
Like,
that there's
Bro.
You haven't played with no pads, man.
You're
that-
wearing a fucking
Bro,
pillowcase
it's
on your head.
ridiculous.
Like,
And there's
it's fucking
there's
crazy.
research showing that there are detrimental consequences getting hit that. I mean,
I mean, yeah.
no shit,
Right.
right?
Catching
Right.
bodies after bodies on the ground, getting tackled.
Exactly.
That's no way it's not gonna
But
affect you after
there
a while.
science is being done, and they were withholding it from. I think there's a lawsuit or something that happened.
Oh yeah, they're probably not telling their players anything if they don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah. I
100%.
mean, like-
Yeah.
And it's all required to come out now.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
because
Like
it's-
you need to see like what exactly,
I
like
think
how
it's
hit,
not
how hard you're
getting
getting hit,
smarter,
what's gonna
I
happen
think
if I get hit this certain
Yes.
way.
Yes.
Like you see a
Acknowledging
lot.
that
fucking
consequences
crazy.
exist,
right.
and acting upon that. Cause
Right.
shit, I'm not gonna let my kid play football. Like shit, he could be some. Like shout out Jeff Jones. He's an A1 football player. He's a friend of mine.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
If he could be Jeff Jones, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let him play.
Really?
Like, play soccer.
Yeah. So you're
I haven't played flag football.
Bro, that's another question, man. It's like, do you let your kid get into that stuff? Because for me, bro,
Talented.
football like made me fucking disciplined. Like it,
Oh,
it,
yeah,
it
it's
helped
like-
me so much.
it's one of the
bro.
most disciplined sports
Hey,
out
man,
there.
you
It
know
helped
what?
me so
Yeah.
much.
You know what?
but I think I'm okay. Like obviously I'm not like having all these weird symptoms that people
Oh,
get like a few
yeah.
years after, meaning they have CTE. and I only did it for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay, yeah.
And I didn't really ever get a
I
big
feel like you can
injury.
learn discipline from any sport.
Exactly. Okay, I learned this from wrestling,
that's
bro.
true.
I will say, all right, bro. I'm 138, 6 feet. You know, I don't play football. Like,
Yeah.
I will say that I am more disciplined from wrestling than I would have been from football. Because
You don't
shit
know
was-
that though.
I mean, I can make a strong conjecture that
I can make a strong conjecture that I'd be more disciplined from football too.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But
I played neither.
wrestling, like,
I don't play sports.
But he eats chips.
I did tough ass conditioning, like, and that's a that's a yeehaw sport. Like
What, football or
wrestling.
wrestling.
Oh,
And
yes.
there's some there are farm kids in every sport who like pop off. Not really in running though.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrestling's a little bit
Actually,
more.
I know someone like that who did pop off, but I won't talk about this. Irrelevant. But
We're really withholding a lot of names.
Yeah, a lot of names.
All
It's
right,
honestly good because
I mean, yeah,
before we
true.
just fucking blurred them out, so that's good.
so basically, so what's this called when you're like? I remember when you're doing the core with me. When you're doing the core with me. What would you call that when you're like up doing the taps? Basically like a V up, but you're not going up.
Canoe or something.
Yeah, so you're doing something like that, right? And you have a
Some
20,
ab workout.
Yeah.
you have a 30-pound plate in your hand,
Oh.
and you're doing Russian twists every now and then. You're holding it and like driving like the steering wheel. You're going about over your head with it,
Yeah.
and your feet can't touch the ground. And you know what happens if your feet touch the ground? You have to do what was it? It was 50 push-ups, 50 crunches, and 20 burpees. That's a casual
that's
like
rough.
punishment.
Well, did you have like 2-day practices during the summer
Yeah, how many
in the
times
middle
did
of
you, like-
August? Like,
No, I had
Like, it's the
practice
same
while fasting.
shit.
I had practice while fasting.
Yeah.
That's my.
Okay,
that's
Oh,
my
that's
fasting.
a grind. That's a grind.
I couldn't
And
even
I was like,
imagine
bro,
that. That's rough.
I can
Oh,
run,
man.
bro. I could run 18 miles while fasting, and I'll be fine.
that's crazy.
I could not do a wrestling practice and fast
I
right
believe
now.
that.
Like
I
I
believe
you
that.
know, like
Yeah, I feel like a run you kind of just like zone out and just be like.
I could do a 2-day practice running, and that's whatever. But like, and for wrestling, I guess it was like morning lift, if that counts.
Yeah.
We had those and then practice.
Okay. We would have that shit too.
Yeah, or what was tough was practice then lift.
Did you play basketball, Brandon? You did. Of
Yeah.
course you did.
Yeah, no,
What
yeah,
am I
yeah,
fucking
yeah. Me and
saying?
Clark, yeah, we played. I think sophomore year on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah, sophomore year, something like that.
Yeah. And you played all 4 years.
Yeah,
Kobe-
yeah, I
Kobe
played
and
all 4
Shaq
years.
right here.
Yeah.
How long did you play? How long did you play basketball for?
Oh, just like in general, like how long?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've started playing basketball. My dad got me on it since I was old enough to like pick up a ball and dribble. So like,
Oh,
probably
yeah.
like 4, 3, somewhere around there.
Did you want to continue and like go into college sports at all? Like, did you have any thought process regarding that?
I actually after like our last game senior year at the Washburn, we lost the first round like a bucket or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I literally like right after that game, like locker room, I was literally like contemplating like what should I do or like should I keep going with it? Because like obviously I still like basketball. Don't get me wrong. I still like watch the finals. They shout out Raptors. They're the true goats. I don't
Shout out Raptors,
I'm
bro.
sorry, but the Warriors lost. I'm sorry. I was so sick
Bro,
of them
shout out
seeing
Raptors,
it.
bro. I think it's all Clark. I got 3 teams: Timberwolves, because that's where I'm from,
Yeah, big fact. You already know.
and then the Raptors and the Trailblazers. 'Cause I fuck with those colors. Okay, 4, and then whatever team's winning.
Gotcha.
But-
Gotcha. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. the
I had
winning
3
team,
teams
for
this
sure.
season.
Oh yeah, but it's actually funny regarding the finals because we were talking about the night of the finals when the Raptors won. We're like, okay, Drake's about to drop some shit. Like
Oh,
we already
yeah,
know.
yeah, for sure.
And then he dropped something like the next
2
day.
songs.
Yeah,
I
2
watched
songs.
his Instagram live that night. You see what he said about Klay Thompson?
I didn't hear. What did he
He's
say?
like, well, okay, when you see me, when you're at the pool, and you see me in your Quicksilver shorts, be nice, be nice,
That's clown.
be nice.
Damn.
What do you think of Drake's songs, by the way? That he dropped?
They're alright.
Eh.
Yeah,
There's one with Rick Ross.
Hey, bro, you
which
want
is
me on a
interesting.
podcast?
Yeah.
You want to be on a podcast?
If you would have asked me before I went and got dressed and stuff, I definitely would.
Alright.
But now I'm like, I gotta go. She's waiting on me.
No worries, bro.
Not
You
bro.
good for?
I put my shades
What-
down.
what
you know?
sport-
Sir,
what
I got a little
sports-
Saucy when I.
What sports would you let your kids play?
Anything but football.
Anything but.
Soccer's good.
What
Soccer's
about
honestly.
hockey?
Yeah.
Remember
Yes.
Jack Jablonski?
Yeah, but that's so it's rare. But
Hockey's a toss-up for me. I don't know. I had to think about that one.
what? Oh, head injuries. Am I wrong? I'm probably fucking wrong.
Is hockey
that's
more
like-
aggressive than football? You think?
Hockey.
Bro, I mean, in high school they don't let them, but niggas fighting that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they'll like straight up just square up in the middle of a game and
That's
just like
true.
rock it out.
That's true.
Which I think that's the only sport that does that, right? Like you can like
That you can just fight real
in the middle
quick.
of a game. Hockey's the only sport where you can do that, like just straight
Just
up.
beat a dude's ass. Like, where else is that accepted? You
Like,
can't even
yeah.
do that in the
Good afternoon.
street,
Yeah,
bro, without
what?
getting in trouble.
All
That
right.
makes
God
no
damn it.
sense, I swear.
That's
I
hilarious.
bet my
And I think they have more gear on, so they're like more protected.
I'd let
That's
my
true, yeah, that's
let's
true.
see.
Yeah.
I'd let my kid play soccer. I wish I was good at soccer. Like real talk, I wish I was good at soccer. I let them I let them run. I let them
I
wrestle.
do
if they
track. I
want
let them do
to.
track. I let them do basketball for sure.
Basketball, I guess, yeah.
Do you like running?
It's a loaded question.
So why are you running?
Why are you running? That's
Bro,
a good. That's a loaded question.
because-
There's a lot
Because
into it.
every like, how do you like running?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I
like-
hate
How
I
do
hate
you
practice.
like running?
I enjoy racing. I like racing.
Racing, I can see be fun. I look at be
That's
competitive
true.
in racing.
Alright,
With
Like,
other
but-
people.
Yeah, I don't want to
but-
dust someone. Yeah.
Yes. Because like this dude on the rowing team, when I fucking did like,
Rowing.
when
If
they
they
were-
want, to, if they really wanted to, I'd let them.
He's like, do you really want to row?
you would let you'd
Bro,
be like,
have you seen rower
please think
hands?
harder, think harder.
Picks one sport.
All right,
that's
go
about
to
right.
a practice and come back to me. Okay, but
Oh, shoot.
But what I was saying was, I did this rowing camp because I could have gotten a fucking scholarship. Because only reason is because I'm tall. That's the only reason they.
a friend of mine got a 4 IDO for rowing.
Exactly.
Bro, I
Did
swear,
you- did
Wisconsin,
you get one of
Wisconsin
those?
sent me.
Wisconsin, me too.
Bro, literally for rowing. I was like, what? The most random thing ever.
And I went to the camp.
did you really?
Yes,
oh,
bro.
how was it? What was it like? What was it rocking?
It
like?
was interesting. I toured the school,
Yeah.
and then we went to like a little practice,
Mm.
and I knew a couple dudes there. They were like, "Oh, I had the same shit. Like I could
Oh,
get
wow.
a full ride." And basically, what everyone was saying was like, "I fucking hate rowing, but it's just fun because like." When you're done,
You have
it
really pretty
like,
dogs.
feels good, like kind of good.
Oh, I see.
And I'm like,
okay,
what
well,
the fuck?
He's like, just feel
Like this is your entire like career in college. Like
yeah, dude.
I don't even know. Like that's what I don't get. So that's why I
I'm
ask,
down.
do you like running?
Okay, on the
my
topic, I'm
gosh.
tight with the women's rowing team. I know a lot of people on it. I know, of the people I know, I think 5 quit, 6 quit.
On the rowing team.
Yeah. Okay,
See,
so
dude,
me,
hella
Yeah,
people
I
me
don't-
about
yeah.
running. All right, so this is the thing. I didn't start running because I wanted to. I think have I told you that? Like, this is what it was.
They just said
Okay,
you'd be good.
So I did
Freed you.
wrestling. My first time ever doing a sport in my life was winter 8th grade at wrestling.
Oh,
I
okay.
joined like halfway into the season, so I ended half season. I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. I did with my 2 best friends, Oscar and Savon. Ryder, shout out to Savon, shout out to Oscar. Those are my 2 best friends. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I've been best friends with them for over 10 years.
Nice.
And then Savon did track, and him and Oscar were like, do track with us. Come on, and I did it, bro. I was the slowest person on that team by a margin.
Really?
Yeah, and you know, only reason I enjoyed it, and it's also probably why I was slow, is because at practice we would go play in a park. We'd go follow the leader on a run. We'd like hang out and do whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like they made it fun.
It has to be with other people, bro.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then season's
That's
over.
the only way of running is fun. I
honestly,
swear to
no,
God.
like, I think any workout in general, like if you're the people matter a lot. If you're like
Yeah.
group
You have
workout,
to have, like, a-
they
Alright.
could drastically
Yeah.
change what you like.
Season,
how, like,
season's
how you're
over.
doing
Season's
stuff.
over, and then summer comes along, and then keep in mind, my first sport ever was wrestling in 8th grade. I never did anything before that. I tried out for soccer with my friend Oscar because this is the reason. This was smart. I'm so bad, but I can do the motions that he'd look really good when we were paired up. So that's why I did it. I did it to help increase his chances. You know, help
There
my
you
friend
go.
out, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
So wingman
Yeah.
action.
Played with
Yeah,
Oscar.
fire.
Yeah, you probably have. Yeah. And then I didn't make it. Obviously, I found out, and then I sat waiting, and then what's the name of the guy? He was on The Bachelorette. What's his name?
oh,
Oh,
fucking.
God, fucking
Hogue.
hell.
Yeah.
I know.
So he comes up
Oh.
to me and is just
Like,
like
okay.
giving me a ton of encouragement because he apparently looks like I was really bummed, and I was like, okay, thanks. Like I didn't care. I did my job.
Yeah, right,
I
right.
get
And then I get approached by I have good friends of mine now. I got approached by Martin Donovan. He's a really good friend of mine now. He's a good friend of mine. Not now, but he's a good friend of mine. And I've got approached by Andrew Sell, who's another friend of mine. And wherever they're like, hey, you should cross country. And I'm like, no.
So you just weren't fucking with it.
I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to school, go home, do my homework,
Yeah.
play video games.
That's
See?
the thing, bro. Yeah.
Low key, that was my vibe too.
And
I'm
then
not
you know
gonna
what?
lie.
And then-
Like, I would low key
and
do the
then-
same. I
and
don't want to
then
do any after school activities.
the coach approached me, CG.
But,
Cool guy. I fuck with CG.
Okay, yeah.
He was like, why aren't you doing cross country? I was like, I don't know. I don't want to. He's like, sign up for it. You do well. Sign up for it. I'm like, okay.
Right.
I didn't. And then so I don't know who it was. Someone told my mom. I think he might have. And then she made me do it.
Gotcha.
And that's how I started. And I started worst person,
Moms always have to get involved,
worst
I
person
swear.
on the team. And then I'm like, fuck. I guess I'm actually. I ran. Okay, this is. So, I ran with Emily Covert. If you don't know who that is. So she only ran because her
Vaguely, yeah.
brother Chris was on the team. But I ran by myself every single day, and she would run with me because she didn't like the fact that I was running faster than everyone else. So I ran alone or with her the whole season.
She didn't like the fact that what?
That I was running like faster than everyone, or that someone's running faster than her, something like that.
Oh.
But like,
gotcha. Okay, yeah.
and y'all didn't know me back then. You might have. I mean, I didn't talk.
Yeah.
Like I did not talk until the end of my sophomore year. Like I was, that weird kid who wore the same sweater every day in middle school who was quiet.
Yeah.
That's me. I never spoke. And you can ask people on, like Martin, Hannah, anyone else who's on the cross country team in high school. I did not talk until the end of my sophomore year.
Right.
So, but I'm on my grind or whatever. End of the season, I went from being the worst to like,
It's Chris.
What up?
Really?
Yes, sir.
So I was number 8, but I think I was number 7. The guy who was
That's
number
funny.
7 was a senior, so I wouldn't be varsity because it was last year or whatever. But yeah, and then track come around, and then I was 207 in the 800, which is actually really good for a freshman, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Not too bad.
and then I was like, okay. I didn't start taking it seriously until my sophomore year,
Okay.
and that's when I started like getting better.
Gotcha.
But like that's the thing. Like I never started running because I wanted to.
Yeah, just kind of like people just kept asking you.
Yeah, and even now, like, but I don't think I would have gone to college if I didn't run. Like I don't like. Real talk, I didn't want to go to college. I really didn't want. Like school was easy for me. Like it was whatever, but I was like, okay.
Right.
Like I could learn all this stuff on my own and do whatever. Like
For sure.
I didn't want to go to college, but this provided me the avenue to, because I would pay for my school and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I wouldn't say I hate running. I wouldn't say I like running. I would say that I'm grateful for running for what it's done for me.
Yeah, definitely. Is college necessary?
I think it's becoming increasingly unnecessary. I think it's just
No, it's not.
I think
You don't think so?
I don't think.
I think I agree, my husband. I think
But
it
you
is-
have to like
yeah.
I think it's a
have motivation to do other things.
I think
If you're
college
not
is a
doing it.
That's a big key
ceremonious
point.
If
thing.
you're not
yeah.
learning, you have to find something else to focus on.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
if you're not doing anything, then that's just a waste of life.
Yes,
For
I
sure.
agree.
You wish, wasting your days, your hours. Yeah. I mean, go ahead. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I think college is like, it's not that it's unnecessary or necessary. I think that like, it's just the title that you get from it. Like
Yeah.
that's what matters, not what you do. Like I could major in aerospace and I could go into fucking econ. Like what
Exactly.
you do doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you have that degree.
Have
Yeah.
a degree.
I disagree with that because it does matter what you do.
I mean,
Because
the-
say you're an engineer, and then you learn how to fucking engineer shit, and that's the only way you can learn how to do it.
Oh.
So
okay.
it does matter what you take
see.
and like the actual content that you learn. I think that there's things that are more practical than other things.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But in
That's
the
a good way.
end,
That's a good way
yeah.
of putting it.
but in the end, you can still take those things that might be less practical
Yeah.
and take a ton of different skills from it and apply it to whatever you want to do.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I think college is necessary, is because even if you're not doing like engineering, which everyone fucking says you need to do to
Yeah.
have like a valuable, you have to do something in STEM. That's what
Yeah.
everyone fucking
It's
says.
like what? No.
But
I'm
I
a
think,
STEM major.
but the soft skills that you learn are really what, in the end, is gonna like help you out if you don't do that shit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So-
I mean, yeah, especially like nowadays when like things are getting like, I feel like teenagers just like, teenagers, even kids in general, just like popping off on just like social media, just platforms in general, like they get like revenue from that, and like,
Yes.
they can actually like,
Like
use
YouTubers
that,
and
like
shit.
an actual career, and
Like
like.
that's cool, but it's also like you gotta work your brain.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying they
You gotta
didn't work, but I'm just
your
saying
brain.
like they didn't probably go to college to like go do what they're doing now.
Person-
They're probably like super like invested in what they're doing and like they're working hard at it. But like they don't necessarily need the college education to like keep doing what they're doing on YouTube.
Right.
Just an example. But
Right.
yeah.
Personally, I think high school isn't as necessary as people think it is.
But
High
that's
school-
shit's
high
for
school is
I-
so pointless. It's so
I
pointless.
think. All right, so this is coming from a high school grad, so I got
Yeah.
credit.
we're all high school grads.
Hey, the
Yeah.
diploma in my pocket though.
Yeah.
So I think with high school, okay, another story. I have a friend named Salvador. Salvador's family, his dad's a mechanic. He learned about how to do all that stuff from his dad. He's a mechanic.
Yeah.
What he's gonna do after high school is he's gonna be a mechanic, 'cause
Yeah, probably
why
that would
do
teach
it?
him.
I think there are certain things that you need. I think you should be able to do mathematics up to like you should be able to do like math,
Yeah,
like
but you
I
a
absolutely hate
functional,
math.
not like
I
calc
hate
math, not like calc math.
college,
I mean, I think you should be able to do functional math, like enough where you can actually function, right? I think you should be able to write properly,
I agree.
and I think you should be able to like finance yourself. After those two things, like it's what skills you learn, which is why I'm super big for shop classes and all that kind of stuff for schools, because that
Yeah.
helps you get your degree and a trade. Because I think trade jobs are
trade schools are so great. They
Yeah.
are
exactly.
so
I think
They
I
are.
think that is something like not that I don't think it should be everyone should have to. I think that should be an option that you can do. 'Cause think about it. Washburn, our high school, it has a. There used to be a shop class and an auto body class.
Mhm.
They got rid of it. Why?
Right.
You know. I think it's because it's pushing people to be more intellectual. And I'm not saying that we don't need them, because we do need intellectuals. They help function stuff. They help, develop certain things. I just think that we should not force everyone to go conform into this certain thing. I think I think that we should allow students to learn skills that they think will be practical. Because like Salvador knew what he's gonna do. Like
Yeah.
why make him do all of this unnecessary stuff past what he needs? So like I said, I think everyone should be able to write properly, because that's really helpful. I think they should and have proper like grammar for writing, all that kind of stuff, and then have financial literacy, which is not taught in schools. Like I learned how to balance something in middle
Oh,
school.
I highly agree with that. Like financial class should be taught in high
Yeah.
You
school.
need that
Like,
shit,
Yeah.
I
bro.
literally that'd be like a plus. I wish they taught us
Yes,
that. At high
exactly.
School. 100%.
Exactly.
I learned how to. In
That's
middle
why
school.
I'm so thankful for that program at Washburn with Trio.
Trio.
Oh,
Trio is some
Trio?
real
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Shout out Trio, bro.
Okay, high key actually.
They
Yeah.
helped.
For real.
They helped you with everything.
But like after that, like what I mean, I think there's some like common sense stuff. Like I don't need to know that everything falls at the same rate. Like I'm
Right.
I'm a physics major now, so I do.
yeah, he
but
Kind of do
but-
need
he
to
knows what
know
gravity's
that.
talking
but you know what I mean. Like I don't need that. I should know that mixing certain things is bad, but I should know the fundamental of like chemistry. Like sometimes unnecessary for me, right?
Right.
I should need to know as much as I need to know,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
and I think it's cool and I think evolution. We should know evolution.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Bro, real quick, let me put people on to if you are done with college and done with high school and you don't know what to do, if you're 18, you can start a pipe fitting apprenticeship, and it starts at 20 an hour. And once you get done, you can make up to like 80 grand a year, like straight off the bat.
Do you want to be
Yeah.
on it?
What's your name?
I'm Hamza. I live here.
The podcast.
Oh, 7th Street Podcast.
Awesome. I'll listen.
We're on Spotify and SoundCloud and a lot of
Hey,
different
check
things.
us out. Yeah.
And Trill Makai.
Oh yeah, I look at Trill Makai on SoundCloud. He fire. He's straight fire.
Trill Makai. It's
Trill
an
Makai.
artist on SoundCloud. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, super gas.
But
Well, yes.
you were saying?
Yeah, bro. Be a pipe fitter, bro.
True.
Fucking
20 an hour. Fuck it. I'd
20
do
an
it.
hour starting, and then you can make like 80 grand your first year when you're done with the
That's
apprenticeship.
good money, people.
Yeah.
I swear.
And like it's really good. So there's a lot of shit you can do besides like go to
Yeah,
college.
there's-
Like you don't have to.
Yeah. This
I
day-
think
yeah.
it is
You have to
valuable.
think of those ways.
Yeah, in
You
this day
have
and
to-
age, you can-
have to
yeah.
actually make a plan for yourself.
Basically.
Yes, you have to apply yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that,
One of my friends, he graduated from OSU. Shout out Trent.
shout out
Like communications or something like that, right?
Yeah.
He did this summer program for coding, and now he codes and stuff. He's a programmer. Like he did all of that. He got the
Yeah.
degree, which is nice because that's something you can flex on. But what he does is something like people, oh, you need to go to school for that. Like he did some training thing, and then boom, look at him. Now he can do all of that.
Right.
But that's
right.
what Jake Anderson is doing. He's doing in a coding. I just dropped his name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is he staying at school?
Yeah, he's
still at.
No, he's back in town or for the summer. He's back in the 612.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but he's
But he's
yeah.
still going to college.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
off of Marquette. Yeah.
Cold,
yeah.
cold,
Mhm,
cold.
for sure.
That's the move, bro.
Yeah.
That's the wave. Is like
True.
fucking programming
Yeah,
and coding
I was-
and all that
bro,
shit.
coding's so dope.
You can make so much
It's
money
so
from it.
cool.
It's fire.
For real.
Oh, breaking news: Brett Favre is coming out of retirement.
What?
Yeah.
What
He
the
just
wait,
posted-
Wait, what?
This man is 75 years old.
Wait,
This is
what?
a Bleacher-
Who's thinking about
Okay, this was posted by Bleacher Report on Twitter. This is a photo.
No
It's an
way.
Instagram photo by Brett Favre. He says, "A true champion sticks to his or her calling. I will be coming out of retirement and making my return to play in the NFL for the 2020 season. Stay tuned for more # news."
Jesus
Hey,
Christ,
far.
bro.
Welcome back to the league, bro.
But
Bro, so they have to check him out of the retirement. They have to check him out of the retirement home. They gotta
Yeah.
make sure that he
Give
gets
him
his
some
social
knees.
security figured
For
out.
sure. For sure.
Jesus Christ, man, this dude
That's
is fucking
actually
ancient.
crazy.
how old is he?
Is he sure about
I
that?
don't know,
Yeah.
but he's
Like
old as
60.
fuck.
He has to be like 60 or mid 50s.
Hey, that's
Oh,
a true
look at
champion.
Really?
Remember that whole?
I actually don't know. I'm bullshitting his age, but like,
Yeah, I'm actually. I'm curious.
I'm very curious. We'll have to look that up. That's crazy, bro. I can't. Back to football, bro. You're gonna get hurt, Brett.
Yeah. What is
What
he
he's
thinking?
gonna
Does he
You're
wanna,
going to get hurt,
Bro,
Brett.
isn't it crazy that you think someone who's 35 is old in basketball?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
that's
football,
like-
Yeah, sports aging.
Yeah,
like,
sports aging is
aging
old.
in sports is so crazy.
Hey, bro,
Yes.
Like,
late
you retire
20s, that's
so-
prime running age though.
I
Oh, yeah.
bet.
Like, I'm afraid of middle-aged runners.
He's
'Cause
49
they could either
years
school
old.
my ass or be
Yeah,
horrible.
Jesus.
He's almost 50. He's trying to come back in the
Dude.
league.
I mean, that's not even that bad either.
Hey, bro,
For
it's rap
football-
rap
for
record of the
football,
league.
though,
Bro.
I don't know.
That's
For
old as
football,
shit.
Your bones take, especially
But
he
he's
played
just a
before.
quarterback. He's just a
The thing is,
One
he's
of-
so protected.
That's
like
true.
Hey.
he's. I mean, he's learned how to protect himself because he's played it when he's
To be
old as
fair,
fuck
I mean,
anyway.
He is a veteran. when it
All you
comes to
gotta do
that,
is just
yeah.
toss that before they get close.
Low key.
Just
I'm just saying,
swing
yeah,
that
one,
bitch.
one wrong hit on a blitz.
Shit, I'll take it down.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, yeah.
Because I wonder, like,
it's touch and go.
do you think dudes are gonna like fucking try to
Oh,
smack
100%.
him?
Because they know if they
Isn't
hit him
that-
once, he's gonna be done for the whole season.
Was that called? Was that called when you aim for someone?
Targeting
Target.
or
That's-
whatever. Yeah,
Didn't the Vikings get out because of that in 1 year?
I have no
Oh,
idea.
I'm not for sure.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Shout out Vikes.
Shout out Vikes, bro.
I hate sports, but I'm Minnesota teams.
Hey, the Twins are
that's all
going
I-
litty, low key. They're like 47 and 22. That's all I know. I don't really like baseball, but that's all.
Yeah,
I
I know
baseball.
they have a good streak.
Yeah, it's like,
Or they have a
yeah,
good
yeah,
record so far.
Yeah.
They're doing
Yeah.
better than they've ever done.
Yeah, it's like that's like the best season they ever had. That's
That's
all I know.
cool.
Yeah, for once, one of our teams are actually going insane.
We're coming up, bro. Minnesota's up next, I swear.
Oh,
in
man.
everything, just in everything in
Just
general.
just
God.
what? Hey, shout out Minnesota for the one time, bro.
Actually,
I
dude,
swear.
I love
High
living
key.
here, bro.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I
Dude.
love living
Like
here.
actually.
Yeah, it is. a good spot. Like, there's many good places out there, but like, this is a very good spot.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, like if you like generally like look around, like I think me and my friend were
But
like
we're
we
also
were talking about this the other day.
close-minded
Like,
about it.
does it our lake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not. I got.
We've all
I-
stayed here,
I've
like,
told-
you know.
Mhm.
I've. What episode was that?
Which one?
The one where I kind of shit on like Minneapolis.
Was that with Ashley? Where we were talking about
Maybe it might have been. Yeah.
like the racial stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're one of the most racially segregated cities in the nation.
Oh really?
Look at a demographic map. 35W is a clear line.
That episode will be coming. In
It'll
the
be coming
future.
out. Stay tuned.
Oh,
Yeah,
Stay
that's
tuned.
why it's there. It's because they built that highway so they could separate.
Yeah, and there's some other
Yeah.
stuff with
Is
that.
that really?
yeah.
I low-key did not know that
Redlining
was
is a big deal here. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Bros, tune into our episode in a few episodes, bro,
Right.
because we
Say
talk
less.
about that shit.
I'm about to give me some.
I guess this is
knowledge.
gonna come out after, isn't it?
This will come out next week.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Alright.
because we want to keep it fresh for
Yeah.
Makai,
Alright, yeah.
bro.
So stay
Hey,
tuned. You
Fred,
know, it's
you gotta
gonna
know
come
what it
out.
is.
It's a great episode. We have our neighbor Ashley. She's a cool cat.
Absolutely.
Shout out Ashley.
And yeah, man. So let's wrap it up, boys.
Yeah.
So where can we find you, Brandon, if we want to see your music, hear
Yeah,
your music?
For sure. triLL on SoundCloud.
Spell it out.
TRILL space MAKAI. It should just pop up. Or I mean, type in trill.
Makai means like demon world in anime.
That's live.
That's cool. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Hey, yo, Demo Road album coming out. I'm announcing it right now.
Oh, there we go. Shit, sneak preview.
Fire.
Cool, bro. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it a lot. My name's Ben Clark. That's Hamza sitting across from me.
Hey, it's Hamza, big dog Hamza. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my homies. You know, follow me on Instagram. You know, it's at Hammy.time. That is a period. You know, shout out. You know, just you know what I'm saying, just doing it big. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Hey.
And yeah, make sure to check us out on all of our different distributors. We're on fucking Spotify and SoundCloud and Anchor
Check me
and
out.
all these random ass shit, bro. I don't even know what we're on at this
Oh, wow.
point.
He's right. It doesn't mean Demo Road.
That's sick.
That's live.
Um,
Hey.
But Kevin,
Trail
what do
team
you,
in the world.
Kevin? Do you want anyone to,
Shout
follow
out.
you?
Hey, yeah,
Yeah,
Kevin.
dude. Follow me.
Follow Kevin.
What's that
bro.
handle,
Just
K-Love?
find me on the street, man.
Just
Ask me
find
for
Just
him.
it.
open your
And
window and scream
walk
Kevin. That's all
behind
you gotta
him.
do.
Just walk behind
Yeah.
him. That's
Walk behind me
that's
and then
the real
just keep
life
following.
version of
I
following.
was joking. Y'all don't have to follow me. It'd be kind of weird if you did.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking,
Well,
just come chase me, man.
just
Like, give him a
talk.
tag. bro.
Kevin's lonely.
Exactly.
Tag.
Freeze tag. All right, boys. Well, it's been fun. Thanks everyone for coming and listening. And hit up the email 7streetpodcast@gmail.com. Otherwise, bye.